教えてよ教えてよその仕組みを僕の中にどれかいるの壊れたら
Hey guys, we're back. I'm in my PJs. My skin looks horrible. My eyebrows look worse than my skin. And today we're gonna go through my self-care slash pore unclogging routine while I spill the tea on UFC gym and how they basically scammed me, and I want this guy arrested. That's tea. So throughout the video, I'm just gonna be cleansing my skin with some of my favorite products, extracting some pimples. I'm gonna be doing a lot this weekend and I want to look cute. I'm gonna be using my favorite little tool for my extractions. It has the extraction end and then the poker. If you see me looking down, I have a mirror here so that I can zoom in on my ugliness. And if you see me looking to the side, I have my Mac so that I can read some of the text messages, but I'm going to try to insert everything on the screen as I talk about it because I have receipts on receipts on receipts on receipts. Okay, so basically back in June, and I'll insert the date if I'm wrong, but like towards the end of June, right? I had been looking at UFC gym for a while, and I wanted to join, but I wasn't quite sure. I had just started my new job, so I didn't really have too much money, but I decided, you know what, in the name of self-care and being healthy, like, let's join this gym, you know, let's get fit. And what really drew me in about this gym was that the majority of their classes, or I believe all of their classes, were like group based, and I felt like that was going to be perfect for me. Ow, that hurt. I felt like that my skin is going to progressively look really bad throughout this video. Do not feel concerned for me. It's the process. So that really drew me in because I felt like that was going to motivate me even more to go to the gym and have fun in classes. And one day I received an email that they were having some kind of special, like $499 for like a year or two. I don't know. If I can find the email, I'll insert it. And then I believe it gave you an option to either that or create your own plan. And so I responded to the email because it says respond to email if you're interested. I responded to the email noting that I was interested. And this guy, and I'm gonna say his name because he really, I feel like no disciplinary action got taken towards him after this incident. His name is Jason, right? So he hit me up and then he was like, oh, like, text me to this number, I'll help you. So give me your number, I'll text you. So he texted me, he's like, Melanie, and I was like, yes. He goes, hey, so do you want to do that $4.99? You can do half of it. And I was like, listen, I'm looking for something a bit more affordable. I don't got that much money at the moment. I'm looking something, you know, from month to month basis. And I've been looking to your gym. I've been looking into the gym for a while. It's really close to my house. It's literally down the street. And he goes, I can set up a month to month membership, and I can set you up with no enrollment, no processing fee. It's just first last $34 a month. And I was like, that sounds great. You know, whatever, like $68, boom, done and done. No processing, no nothing. Taxes, okay, whatever. So then he goes, hey. Then he texts me back like some time later. And he's like, hey, it's Jason from UFC. Let's get you started. All that I'm gonna need is name, date of birth, address, email, phone, credit card for payment. And so I sent him all that information. And so it takes a while again for him to answer. And I'm like, hey, Jason, did you get my message? And he goes, yes, gonna set it up now. I was with a client. Scamming that client. And I was like, okay, no problem. I understand. And he goes, okay, you're all set. Go ahead and download the app, UFC Gym. And then he gave me my login info. And okay. And I was like, okay, I was able to log in. Anything further that you're gonna need from me? And he goes, I have an amazing offer. Only 5 total to give. I can get you training with a coach for only $50 a session. Half off. Interested? And I was like, no, thank you. Just interested to know if through the app I'll be able to access the gym and when I would be able to start. And he goes, yes, right away. And I was like, the charge will be $68 as it is first and last, correct? It is showing as $124 in my statement. You had stated no enrollment or processing fee. And he goes, it's normally $74 processing. I get that fixed. Excuse me? You get that fixed? That shouldn't have been charged. And so I'm like, thank you. When should I expect the difference to reflect in my account? And he goes, this week. And I'm like, thank you. Have a wonderful day. And he goes, you too, the number 2. And I'm like, okay. So what day was this? This was, this was July 30th. No, June 30th that this occurred, our exchanging of texts. So I wait like a day or 2. I waited like 3 days, 3 business days. And so I'm like, yo, this has not reflected in my account. Like, what is actually up? And so I'm like, whatever. I go and I call the gym and I'm like, hey, like, it's me. Like, I just signed up. I signed up with Jason. Do you see how bad my skin is getting? I signed up with Jason and he overcharged me. He said that I would be getting the difference back in my account in a few days or this week. And I still haven't seen it in my account. And the girl on the phone goes, okay, let me verify that. And so she comes back a few minutes later and she's like, well, Jason is not here and it's really your word against his. Excuse me? Excuse me? Okay, so I get livid, like it's livid. So I'm like, I want to cancel everything. Like, I was like, I want to cancel everything. Like, this is ridiculous. What do you mean it's his word against mine? Why can't you find him? Like, why is there no record of this? And so then she goes, you have to come in and cancel. So I go in and I'm like, I'm here to cancel everything. Like, I was offered my refund and I'm not getting it because you don't have record of it. Sorry, I got a text. And I want my refund. And out of nowhere, magical freaking Jason pops up. He's like, oh, you're gonna see it in a few days. Are you sure you want to do this? And I was like, yes. Cancel everything. And so then he goes, okay, I signed all the paperwork. And they're like, oh, like it's gonna take until Friday I canceled this July 3rd. He's like, it's gonna take until Friday for the manager to be back. They're not here to process your cancellation. And I was like, that is some bull. What do you mean your manager's out? Like, your whole manager is out for like a week? So right after I get out of the gym, I'm like, these people are clearly running some shady stuff. And so I called my bank. And I was like, listen, this is what happened. I want my money back from them. So I opened a claim with my Chase card, which is like, most people don't know that you can still like open claims for cards on your debit cards too. And so I open a claim and I'm like, I want my money back. She's like, okay, I understand. And she gave me a credit for the money that I was gonna get back. So whatever, I'm thinking here, I got my money back. I'm living my best life. I won, F you, Jason. And then I get like your count is below so-and-so amount. And I'm like, why? Like a week or two later, I'm like, what? So I go and I see the amount being taken out of my account again. So I call Chase and they're like, oh, I spoke to some guy on the phone and he's like, oh, like basically they denied your claim because you signed a contract and basically they're gonna keep their money and yada yada yada. And so I go, contract? Where? So I'm like, I didn't sign any contract. Like, I literally just gave this guy my information, which I understand where I might have gone wrong in this situation. You don't have to explain it to me. So I was like, I didn't get any contract. Literally, I just got a welcome email. And so I'm like searching through my emails. I'm like, contract. And in the email that says new agreement, literally it's a welcome email. I scrolled down and there was a PDF. And I was like, whew, if this is a contract, I swear to God, I don't know what this is. I feel like I got bit or I got a pimple the size of Antarctica coming. Sorry. And I was like, I swear. So I click it and I see like a formal contract with all my information. And I was like, I was not told about this. And I swear to God, I'm looking over here because I'm trying to pull the contract up. When I pull up the contract, I see my signature. Only that it is not my signature. Mr. Jason took it upon himself to sign this contract on my behalf without my knowledge. And when I tell you his signature is the worst impression of anything I could imagine my signature would be, I literally laughed so hard. This is my signature, which I know it might not be the greatest signature in the world, but that is not my signature. That is what he decided to sign on my behalf to imitate my signature. And then upon further inspection, when I looked into it, him supposedly not charging me a processing fee, enrollment fee, or whatever, and how he said, oh, usually processing fee is $74. On the contract, it stated that it was $49. So, first off, why did you charge me it? Second off, why did you lie about the amount? Okay. So at that point, I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to do. I printed out the contract with the forged signature. And then I printed out my actual signature. I printed out the day that I canceled, because I also realized that in the contract, it said that if I cancel within 3 days, which I did July 3rd, 3 days after I signed up on June 30th, that I would get my money back, or at least a large portion of it, to which they deemed fit to refund to me. And then my boyfriend called in and he spoke to a manager and he was like, hey, is it pretty common for, is it allowed for your employees to forge signatures? And the manager was like, no. And so he basically gave her the rundown. This is my So Fresh So Clean His and Hers Groovy Green Tea wash off masks. It's literally only $5 at Walmart, and it does miracles for my skin. And so basically she was like, no, that's not allowed, that's like literally not okay. And so basically my boyfriend gave her the rundown, and she ended up emailing him literally screenshots of their systems, which I'm gonna pull up now because I have those receipts too, from manager Miss, I'm not gonna say your name because thank you so much for your help, which literally is screenshots of their systems that says cancel membership, canceled on 7/5, which is when their manager came back in after I had canceled on the 3rd, but says within right to cancel period. And then a note from literally the manager or the GM, I think, that says members should have never been charged. And I'm going to be posting this all on the screen so you guys can see it with me. That says members should have never been charged for membership. And then literally them trying to dock all of the stuff, like canceling everything, right? So I took all of that. I took my little butt down to Chase and I faxed that all to them for my claim. So come to find out that I didn't win my claim because obviously they deadass scammed me for my money and then didn't want to give it back. And you want to know what's really funny? 2 months after that, I think, let me see. July, no, sorry, like 2 weeks after that, I got an email from them. Like, mind you, I had canceled July 3rd, so July 26th, I got an email from them that says, friendly reminder that your account with UFC Jim Kendall is currently a balance due of $179.84. We value you as a member and are eager to assist you so that you may continue to make the most of your membership. Your prompt attention is needed to ensure you do not incur additional late fees. So not only that, but they were still trying to bill me. I was so mad when I received that email that I was like, I don't know which one of you idiots is that. Obviously, I said idiots in my head, but I wrote back to them and I was like, I canceled this membership like on this day. Why are you what are you emailing me about? I don't owe you any money. Please leave me alone. Like, so yeah, I mean, be careful. If you do choose to sign up with this gym, go in person, avoid Jason, and basically make sure that, you know, you read your contract, you know that there's a contract, and make sure good old boy Jason doesn't forge your signature on his behalf for his benefit. Because in the end, whatever, he got his little signing bonus or whatever the hell he gets, that he's so eager to fake people's signatures and, you know, basically like take their money for fun and lie to them. And in the end, they kept my money. And like, honestly, I'm going to reopen my claim again with Chase. Even though they don't want to give me my money, fine. I'm going to go ahead and post this YouTube video so everybody knows. And then I'm going to go ahead and write a Yelp review. Because honestly, it's been so frustrating dealing with this since July. And they basically just don't want to give me even a portion of my money back when they're clearly in the wrong. Like, even their own systems say that I shouldn't have been charged and that I was within the cancellation period and that basically I should have just gotten my money back. Simple. So yeah, that is everything for this video. Let me know if you're a member of that gym or you thought about joining that gym. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, more videos somewhere on this screen.